AITA for telling my wife her family needs to go home? Every summer we take our kids, 7 and 9, on an extended vacation to a log cabin on the lake. This year we left early because we have a wedding to attend in July. The cabin has 3 bedrooms. My wife and I get one. The youngest prefers camping, with the oldest third room gets turned into my makeshift office. We've been here for just a week so far. 3 days in her mother and stepfather showed up here. I got bumped out of my office for her parents. Nights after the kids go to bed were supposed to be for my wife and I. But now she's entertaining them. They also come along with us anytime we try to do something as a family. Boating on the lake, swimming, hiking, sightseeing. They dictate to where we eat, what we eat. Mill feels the need to be especially catered to. She's quite the entitled bee. You know. I suggested they get their own cabin on the lake. Wife says they can't afford it. I mean, really? So yeah, okay, have your vacation at my expense. I asked my wife, when do they plan on leaving? When we do. What? My Mill announces today that the first week of summer her son, his wife and their child will be joining us in our cabin. I flippantly said, oh great. My wife and I can just sleep on the lawn so they can take our bedroom. She said, don't be silly. The girls can sleep with their mom and you can take the couch. I asked my wife today to make them go home. Tell her brother to go on his own vacation. She said that was totally rude of me to even think that. I then asked my wife why would she invite her family behind my back like this. She claims she did no such thing. I only believe her cause she seems a bit irritated too, but wouldn't tell me that. Says she gave them the address in case of an emergency and they thought this would be some huge ass surprise. Well, I wouldn't be any more surprised if I woke up tomorrow with my head sewn to the carpet. NTA, wow, that's ridiculously entitled. I'd probably be like, they leave when we leave? Well, we're all leaving tomorrow then. That would suck for your kids. But maybe plan something else for them after you've gone home from this trip and had a serious talk with your wife about boundaries. NTA, to be sure that this never happens again. You should be very direct and tell them why you are leaving with your family. If this is a rented cabin, the owners should be told how many people occupied it. You don't want to lose the chance to rent it again. NTA, but if she doesn't take action, you need to. This is insane. The level of entitlement and mooching is astounding. NTA. I'd be like, oh good. We can split the cost of that the time you're here. Great. That makes it more affordable. And when Bill gets here it'll be even cheaper. Let me go do the math for us all so we can get it squared away. Quote. NTA. They shouldn't have just invited themselves over for an extended stay and definitely shouldn't be inviting more people over. Tell them very clearly, it's been lovely to see you. Do you need any help packing for when you leave tomorrow? NTA. I'd cancel the reservation if I were you and pack up and go home. This is not cool at all. NTA. I know this game. You have to change the way you state things. You have to state exactly where you're going for dinner. Any objections are met with, okay. Well, we're still going for pizza. It's fine if you want to go somewhere else by yourselves. Narcissists are the worst. They don't care if all of you are miserable, providing they got their way. NTA. You planned a vacation in a house the size your family needs. Now there are 2 other family units cramming in. This is bizarre behavior from your wife. NTA. This is not the vacation that you and your wife planned. She needs to stick up to her family or you need to take the kids and go home. NTA. Your wife sounds like a pushover. But apparently only with her family because she has her big girl panties on when she stands up to you. This is ridiculous. She needs to tell her family to leave. It is incredibly rude of them to come unannounced and invite themselves on a vacation they can't afford and expect you to pay for it. Let her know that she needs to pitch in for them since this isn't something you agreed to, as she seems unwilling to kick them out. Dude, you're making this way too hard. Tell Mill she's out and give them a day to pack and be gone. Call Bill and tell him there's no room and not to come. And if your wife gets mad, tell her she's welcome to leave, too. NTA. And if she refuses to tell them to go home, I'd cut my vacation short and go back home in a day or two. Your wife's and her family's behavior is unacceptable and is a huge red flag. NTA. I would immediately leave and take a hotel somewhere by myself. Your wife needs to decide if she wants a vacation with her family, you and the kids, or with her parents and sibling. This would be the bill to die on for me. The only rude people are her parents and sibling. It is rude to harass people on their vacation. NTA. Your wife needs to tell them to leave. They were never invited in the first place. NTA. But your wife is the for family stuff. I deal with my folks and he deals with his. She has an obligation, no matter how rude it may feel, to tell them in whatever format she seems acceptable that they are wrong. It's hard when you come from those enmeshed families with entitled parents. But it has to be done. It shouldn't fall to you and certainly shouldn't include a whole other freeloading family. I think you should surprise all of them by telling them to leave yourself. NTA. Other option. Go home and let wife entertain her family by herself. Absolutely NTA. It might feel like a holiday for your wife when she spends time with her birth family. But it's not your birth family. You deserve a vacation where you can relax, too. NTA. I would pack my things and go home. I would also make it clear to my spouse that I would never again pay for this vacation. NTA. You're a family with 2 young kids. Memories are important and time is scarce. The family is overstepping, especially if neither of you invited them. I would tell Mill that you and your wife planned this vacation and paid for the house and will keeping your room to yourselves. I guess it depends on how rude you want to be to them. It's not really rude since they invited themselves. But offer them the couch if they are not planning to leave. I would just be frank with them and discuss how these moments with your little kids are rare and important to you. NTA. I can't imagine having the audacity to hijack someone else's vacation and then expect to kick them out of their own bedroom.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. AmITheAsshole is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.